Welcome to Team Tigio Court TV, where we upload videos every single day. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share our videos.
Good afternoon.
You're here for sentencing on a charge of domestic violence, third offense, habitual second, 7.5 year statutory maximum. Guidelines scored at 7 to 28 months. Any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges from the defense?
Your Honor, the last time we were here, we had a few minor tweaks. I believe the court took note of those, so we do not have any additions or corrections other than when it comes to the jail credit due to this being postponed.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that should be 249.
Well, but he was, let's see. Has he completed his 57th Circuit Court sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, he's not entitled to credit for time he's serving on another sentence. So the jail credit of 103 looks like that was from February just up through July, or July 7th.
I miscounted that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Goodrich, any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gilbert, anything you want to say in defense for him?
Yes, Your Honor. Before I did allocute for Mr. Stocking, and as I said, initially when this case first started, he was in a position that he wanted to take responsibility for what had happened. In getting to know Mr. Stocking, I do believe these are incidences that are, I can't say necessarily, I don't want to say out of character. I don't know Mr. Stocking in that type of regards, but in the environment in which I met him, he's a decent guy, and as always, again, I accepted culpability. So I would ask the court in reviewing this to go ahead and sentence him into the guideline range, whatever the court believes is fair and within that range. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Stocking, you don't have to make a statement today, but it is allowed. Is there anything you want to tell us? Okay, Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, if the court would allow Allison Lafonzi, I'd like to make a statement.
Certainly. And if you want to come up to the podium and tell me anything that you want me to know.
Sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
Since that night, I can't sleep. I have a hard time trusting anybody with me or my kids, and I'm scared. I don't want to ever say, I've never wanted to ever have to put the father of my children away. But that night, it was like Matthew had just disappeared and there was nobody there. Sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
Since that night, I shake and I scream in my sleep and I push anybody and everybody that loves me away because I'm just scared, because I gave my everything and the result I got hurt. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Can I go?
Yes, you can go back in the gallery. All right, Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. We are here because on February 27th of 2025, the defendant had entered the victim's home. The victim had told him to leave. He wasn't supposed to be there due to an ongoing separate investigation that was going on. As she went to go towards the door to go out and call 911, the defendant had grabbed her and threw her down. The defendant stood over top of her and with his fist raised, stated she was not going anywhere. The victim tried to grab her assistance card so the defendant would not take it. The defendant bit her trying to get that card. The defendant punched her on top of her head. And earlier that evening, while on the couch, the defendant had choked her, cutting off her airways, partially using both of his hands. The defendant is 41 years old. He was 18 at the time of his first arrest. He has a significant criminal history from 18 to 41 years old with 9 felonies and 10 misdemeanors. He's been to prison 3 times, jail 12 times, probation 7 times. In 2014 was his longest time in prison at 2 years. He's currently unemployed with an associate's degree. His guidelines are 7 to 28. The recommendation is for 24 months. We originally in this case had a county jail cap and then renegotiated the case. I see now that the defendant has already served 1 year in jail 4 times without any effect. This is his 7th assaultive case and 5th domestic violence. Based on his criminal history and the nature of the crime, I believe that the top of the guidelines would be appropriate every time he comes before the court. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Well, Mr. Stocking, there's no need for me to, I mean, I'll take judicial notice of the prior hearings in this case, particularly the original sentencing, when I said I wouldn't follow the county cap. And then when the guidelines were 7 to 46, I was going to give you 3 years in prison because of what the prosecutor outlined the prior times you've done a year. And I wasn't going to go along with the county cap. So I guess there's no need for me to belabor going through the details of all that history. I've previously done so. You know my thoughts about that. You know, you're an assaultive guy. I mean, you assault people all the time. Over the last over a 20-year period. So that's kind of who you are at this point. I'm not hopeful that there's much that can be done to change that if over a course of 20 years you just keep beating on people. That's kind of what you're about. So I agree with the prosecutor that top end of the guidelines is certainly proportionate. There's a pretty good reason to go above it even. But I think top end of the advisory guidelines is a proportionate sentence here. So I'll order you pay $130 in the crime victims assessment, $350 in court costs, $68 in state costs, and commit you to the Michigan Department of Corrections for not less than 28 months, nor more than 7.5 years, exercising my discretion under the habitual statute to increase the statutory maximum by 50%. And give you credit for 103 days that you've previously served that you're allowed to receive credit for. Mr. Stocking, if you wish, you can file an application for leave to appeal to the Court of Appeals. If you want to challenge your conviction or my sentence or both, if you want a lawyer, I'd appoint you one, but you have to ask within 6 months. So we're going to hand you a piece of paper about those appeal rights, ask you to initial 1 copy for us, and the other ones for you to fill out if you want to take an appeal. Good luck to you, sir. Right, and up next we've got sentence